We just touched on how to evaluate a square root. In this lesson, we're not going to extend that too much further. Here we're going to learn how to evaluate a cube root. So just like for square roots, you have to understand what it means to square something. So for cube roots, you have to understand what it means to cube something. So think about this one, 2 to the third power. So 2 cubed, or 2 to the third power, literally means you're going to take the number 2 and you're going to multiply it 3 times in a row. So 2 cubed, or 2 to the third power, just means 2 times 2 times 2. Now, break this down a little bit. 2 times 2 is 4. And then 4 times 2, again, would give you 8. So 2 to the third power is 8. Okay, negative 2 to the third power, or negative 2 cubed, means negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. Now, negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 4, and then 4 times negative 2 would be negative 8. So negative 2 cubed equals negative 8, but positive 2 cubed equals positive 8. Now, once you understand what it means to cube something, now you can talk about a cube root. Okay, so this says cube root of 8. It's not a square root. That 3 out in the front indicates that this is a cube root. So cube root of 8, the question you're asking yourself is, what number do I cube to get 8? Well, we see directly above this that 2 times 2 times 2, 2 cubed is 8. Therefore, the cube root of 8 is 2. Right? If I ask you to do the cube root of negative 8, the question you're asking yourself is, what number do I cube to end up with negative 8? Well, we see directly above this, negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2. So negative 2 cubed is negative 8. So we know that the cube root of negative 8 then would be negative 2. Right, so let's try a few more. So cube root of 64. So cube root of 64, I want to know, what number can I cube to get 64? So what times what times what would give me 64? So you can kind of play around with your calculator a little bit here, but it turns out 4 times 4 times 4 is 64. So I know that the cube root of 64 is 4. How about the cube root of negative 125? So if you want to find the cube root of negative 125, you want to know, what could you cube to end up with negative 125? So what times what times what would get you to negative 125? So again, you could try this out in your calculator, test a couple of numbers, and it turns out that if you do negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5, so negative 5 to the third power is negative 125, which tells me that the cube root of negative 125 is just negative 5.